All right, now we get into the drywall. So to do this project, I bought 4 just in case. 4 drywalls, but I ended up only using 3 of them. So here's a little bit of one. Here's another one. That one was already there. So this one, that one, and I think I threw away the other pieces. Those are the remaining pieces right there. Here's my measurements. I took measurements of the pieces I need to cut on this and on this. And so now we're about to tape and mud. And I'll just say, I'll admit it, I'm not the best drywall person, but I get the results done. So here's a drywall right here. We leave this empty because we're gonna put the trim, the door jamb or the trim around here. So we'll leave that empty. And we're about to tape everything. I'm using this tape right here for the outside corner. This has like a aluminum, it's like the corner bead, I guess you guys call it. So we're just gonna use that for this. And everything else, we're gonna use regular tape. Sometimes I use fiber fuse. I might have some, so I gotta go see if I have the fiber fuse so I could go put that on here. I like fiber fuse better when I'm doing like from pre-existing drywall to new drywall. So yeah, I might go see if I have it more. That is fine. It's all part of the game. I would say a lot too. I would say a lot. All right. So, like I said earlier, I'm not the best drywaller. I know that. I actually don't like it. Painting, plumbing, drywall, I don't like. But yeah, I forgot to show you guys what I meant cutting the extra ½ inch for the space. So you see how the drywall goes right in there. It fits perfectly. So yeah, we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna come back maybe in 3 hours. It's 20-minute mud. Let me tell you guys, just get regular joint compound. That 20-minute, 5-minute set, quick set, it's not the business. Even if it takes like an extra day, just get that. It's way better. You don't have to rush to make sure it doesn't harden before you like put it on and apply it. So just get like the regular joint compound. Made a little mess right here, but luckily this is easy to get up. Get a wet towel. It'll come up like hard. It's hardened already, so it'll come up, and then just get like a warm wet towel and get it up. Yeah, so I'm just clean up, and I'll come back in 5, maybe 3 hours, and then sand it down. Put some texture on it. I'll show you my texture gun I got. You get it from Home Depot. I think it's a Wagner. Yeah, spray inside, outside, and then paint. And then we're going to put the trim up and we should be done. All right, so today is texture day. So I got Home Depot, got this Westpac Ready Tex. I put in this little bucket up here, and let me just show you the consistency. Almost like pancake batter. That's how thin you want it. I'm using this Power Tex by Wagner. And yeah, I already mixed it. We're gonna take this in the house and we're gonna spray. Texture is done. Gotta wait for this dry. I'll come back another day, and probably will take me 2 more days because I'm taking my time really. So we're gonna wait for this to dry. I'm gonna come back, paint, and painting should be fairly quickly. The paint dries pretty quick, and then start putting the hardware. Put the trim up, or the door jamb, the trim, the pole, and the shelves right here, and the baseboards. And so for these baseboards, I'm gonna have the cope. I'll show you how to cope. You know, you basically, since these are just like cut straight, you get the one you're gonna put down, you gotta cut it at a 45 degree, and then you have to cope it out. And I'll do that. I'll show a video of me coping it out. All right, coping. Coping, I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically when you are cutting inside of an inside corner, and you're not cutting 245s, you're only cutting 145, but you cut like the excess material off, so it just leaves the white part. So let me do it, and you guys can clearly see what I'm talking about. So I'm cutting an inside corner, so cut like this. So I have my inside corner, right? Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave all this white part, but I'm cutting all the, I guess you could say what, tan or beige part out, this wood part, the exposed part, and it's gonna have it to where it can fit into that inside corner. So you can use a cope saw, or I've seen a grinder wheel, or I'm gonna use a jigsaw. So let's do this. So not perfect. It'd probably be better with a cope saw, because I cut a chunk of that top part out, but we just fill that in with caulking. I did the same thing to this side over here. This side looks a lot better. So I didn't get video of me finishing up, but as you can see, I put the rest of the baseboard down. I put the trim around the opening. I put the shelf in with the rod and everything. I just finished it up, Finished painting the texture inside. Like I said, she wanted a curtain on there instead of bifold doors, but I made the opening big enough in case for a bifold door to go in there later. So tell me what you guys think. Subscribe.